Visionary thinking is the foundation upon which extraordinary success is built, and it is the ability that separates those who live ordinary lives from those who create extraordinary futures. It is more than just dreaming. It is the capacity to see possibilities long before they become obvious to others. A visionary thinker imagines a world that does not yet exist and then works tirelessly to bring that world into reality. This skill is at the heart of every great business empire, every revolutionary idea, and every fortune ever made. The truth is, millions are not earned by simply following the crowd. They are earned by those who dare to see the unseen and believe in what is possible when others cannot. Visionary thinking requires a special mindset. It means having the courage to go beyond what is comfortable and predictable. It is easy to accept the way things are, but visionaries challenge the status quo. They ask themselves, what if? And why not? While others ask, why change? When everyone else sees a roadblock, the visionary sees an opportunity to build a new path. For example, when the world was satisfied with horses, someone envisioned the car. When people relied on paper communication, someone envisioned digital technology. These leaps forward did not come from settling for what existed. They came from daring to see what could exist. In business, visionary thinking is not just about imagining grand futures. It is also about recognizing hidden potential in the present moment. A visionary entrepreneur looks at the market and sees unmet needs. They pay attention to what frustrates people, what slows them down, or what makes their lives harder, and they ask how things can be better. By imagining solutions that nobody else has thought of, they open the door to innovations that transform industries. This ability to foresee where the world is going allows them to position themselves ahead of the curve, ready to lead when the rest of the world catches up. However, visionary thinking is not about blind optimism. It is not about closing your eyes and wishing for riches. It is about combining imagination with practicality. A true visionary does not only dream, they map out steps, take calculated risks, and build strategies to make their vision real. They understand that ideas alone have no value unless they are executed. The vision is the spark, but discipline and action are the fuel that turn that spark into fire. One of the most powerful aspects of visionary thinking is that it inspires others. People are naturally drawn to leaders who can paint a picture of a better future. A visionary entrepreneur can communicate their dream so clearly that others begin to see it too. This ability to share the vision creates momentum, attracts investors, motivates employees, and wins over customers. When a person believes deeply in a vision and can articulate it passionately, it becomes contagious, and suddenly, what once seemed impossible becomes a shared mission. Visionary thinking also requires resilience, because not everyone will believe in the vision at first. Many of the greatest innovators were laughed at, doubted, and even criticized when they first shared their ideas. But visionaries do not need the approval of everyone. They need the determination to keep moving forward despite doubt. They trust their inner compass, even when others cannot yet see the destination. They know that time will prove them right if they remain focused and persistent. Ultimately, visionary thinking is a skill that anyone can cultivate. It begins with expanding your mind, questioning assumptions, and daring to imagine a future beyond the ordinary. It requires curiosity, creativity, and the willingness to dream big even when others prefer to stay small. It also requires courage, the courage to act on your vision, to face failures, and to refine your ideas until they succeed. Those who master this skill create not just businesses but legacies. They do not just make money, they shape industries, impact lives, and build wealth that lasts for generations. To make millions, you must first see millions where others see none. You must look at the world not as it is, but as it could be. Visionary thinking is the beginning of every great success story, and when combined with strategy and persistence, it becomes unstoppable. The future belongs to those who can see it before it arrives. Strategic planning is the backbone of every successful business venture and one of the most essential skills for building wealth that lasts. While visionary thinking provides the dream and direction, strategic planning provides the roadmap to get there. Without a plan, even the greatest vision remains nothing more than a dream. Strategic planning transforms ideas into action, uncertainty into clarity, and ambition into measurable progress. It is the art of designing the steps, allocating resources, and anticipating challenges so that the journey toward millions is not left to luck, but guided by intention. Every millionaire understands that success does not happen by accident. It happens because of preparation and foresight. Strategic planning begins with defining a clear goal. You cannot build a profitable business if you do not know what outcome you are working toward. A plan answers the questions: where am I now? Where do I want to go? And how will I get there? It creates a structure, breaking down large ambitions into smaller, achievable milestones. Each milestone becomes a checkpoint, ensuring that progress is being made and that the business remains on track toward its ultimate destination. Another core aspect of strategic planning is understanding the market. No plan exists in a vacuum. It must be aligned with reality. This means researching customer needs, analyzing competitors, and identifying gaps in the market. A successful entrepreneur does not simply create a product and hope people will buy it. Instead, they study patterns, anticipate demand, and position their offerings where they will have the greatest impact. Strategic planning allows a business to enter the right market at the right time with the right product or service. This foresight is often the difference between success and failure. Risk management also plays a critical role in strategic planning. Every business journey comes with uncertainty, but those who make millions are those who prepare for setbacks in advance. They think about what could go wrong and create backup strategies to handle those situations. This proactive approach reduces fear and builds confidence because the entrepreneur knows they are ready for whatever comes. Whether it is financial risk, operational risk, or market changes, strategic planners always have a safety net. They do not leave their future to chance. They build a cushion to protect their vision. Resource allocation is another pillar of effective planning. Time, money, and energy are limited, and wasting them can derail even the best ideas. Strategic planning ensures that resources are invested where they produce the highest returns. Millionaires are disciplined with their resources. They know when to spend, when to save, and when to reinvest. They prioritize what matters most and cut out distractions that drain energy without contributing to growth. This precision in decision making allows them to scale faster and more efficiently than those who act without a plan. Communication is also central to planning. A great strategy is not just written on paper. It is communicated clearly to everyone involved. A business team needs to know the vision, the steps, and their individual roles in achieving success. When the plan is shared and understood, it becomes a unifying force that aligns the efforts of employees, investors, and partners. Clarity breeds confidence, and confidence inspires action. But perhaps the most important quality of strategic planning is flexibility. A plan should never be so rigid that it cannot adapt to change. Markets evolve, technology advances, and customer needs shift. A successful entrepreneur reviews and refines their plan continuously, adjusting strategies to stay ahead. This balance between structure and flexibility allows businesses to grow steadily while remaining innovative. Millionaires know that a plan is not a prison. It is a guide. It can bend without breaking. In the end, strategic planning is about turning dreams into achievable steps and ensuring that every action has purpose. It provides direction, reduces risk, and maximizes resources. It builds discipline and creates momentum. Those who master this skill build businesses that are not just profitable, but sustainable. Wealth built on planning is wealth that lasts. To make millions, you must not just dream. You must design. Strategic planning is the blueprint of success, the silent force behind every great empire, and the guarantee that when opportunity comes, you are ready to seize it. Financial literacy is one of the most powerful business skills that separates those who only earn money from those who build lasting wealth. It is not enough to generate income. The true art of becoming a millionaire lies in understanding how money works, how to manage it wisely, and how to make it grow. Financial literacy is the language of wealth, and without learning it, even the biggest paychecks can vanish. Many people work hard all their lives, but because they lack financial knowledge, they never achieve financial freedom. On the other hand, those who master this skill are able to turn even modest earnings into fortunes through smart decisions. At its core, financial literacy is about control. It means knowing where your money comes from, where it goes, and how to use it effectively. The first step is managing expenses. Millionaires are not made by reckless spending, but by disciplined management. They understand the difference between wants and needs. They live below their means when necessary, not because they lack ambition, but because they understand that every dollar saved today can be invested for greater returns tomorrow. This principle of delayed gratification is a cornerstone of financial growth. Another important aspect of financial literacy is understanding debt. Debt itself is not always harmful. It depends on how it is used. Poor financial literacy leads people into destructive debt, where high interest loans and unnecessary borrowing drain resources. But financially literate individuals know how to use debt strategically, such as borrowing to invest in assets that generate more income than the cost of the loan. They recognize that not all debt is equal, and they develop the discipline to avoid financial traps that keep others stuck. Financial literacy also means developing the skill of investment. Millionaires know that money sitting idle loses value due to inflation. Instead of letting their wealth shrink, they put it to work. They study opportunities in real estate, stocks, businesses, and other ventures, carefully assessing risks and rewards. They understand diversification, spreading their investments across multiple areas to protect themselves against losses, while others are afraid to invest because of fear or ignorance. The financially literate confidently build portfolios that steadily multiply their wealth over time. Cash flow management is another critical part of financial literacy. It is not just about making large sums of money. It is about ensuring that money continues to flow inconsistently. Millionaires often build multiple streams of income so that they are never dependent on a single source. They know how to balance inflows and outflows, keeping enough liquidity for security while channeling the rest into growth. This careful balance ensures that they always have money working for them rather than living paycheck to paycheck. Financial literacy also extends to understanding taxes and legal structures. Many people overlook this, but millionaires know how to legally minimize taxes by using strategies that protect their wealth. They work with experts, create businesses, and use systems designed to maximize what they keep rather than lose much of their earnings to poor planning. This knowledge may seem small, but over time, the difference is massive. Perhaps one of the most underrated aspects of financial literacy is mindset. Those who achieve wealth see money not just as a tool for spending, but as a tool for freedom. They think long-term, understanding that building wealth is not a quick sprint, but a marathon. They make disciplined choices today for the sake of future abundance. They also value continuous education, always learning about new financial strategies and adapting to changing times. In truth, financial literacy is the bridge between earning and keeping millions. Many people earn well, but lose everything because they do not understand how to manage or grow it. Millionaires, however, guard their wealth carefully, make informed decisions, and let time and discipline multiply their assets. To build millions, you must learn how money behaves, how to direct it, and how to make it work for you. Financial literacy is not just a skill. It is a weapon. It empowers you to take control of your financial destiny and ensures that wealth once earned will not slip away. Those who master it unlock the true power of money and position themselves to live not just in abundance, but in freedom. Leadership and communication are inseparable skills that lie at the heart of building great businesses and creating wealth that lasts. No matter how brilliant an idea may be or how strong a strategy appears, success in business always involves people. To make millions, you cannot work in isolation. You must lead, inspire, and communicate effectively with those around you. Leadership provides the direction, while communication provides the connection. Together, they create an unstoppable force that drives businesses from small beginnings to massive success. Leadership begins with vision, but it does not end there. A true leader knows how to translate vision into action through people. They understand that their role is not to do everything alone, but to build, guide, and empower a team. Millionaires rarely build their empires by themselves. They do it with the support of employees, partners, investors, and customers. To bring all these groups together, leadership is essential. A leader defines the purpose, sets the standard, and creates an environment where people feel motivated to give their best. One of the most critical aspects of leadership is influence. Influence is not about authority or control. It is about inspiring people to believe in a cause and willingly follow it. A great leader does not push people. They pull them with inspiration, trust, and confidence. Influence is earned, not demanded. It comes from authenticity, consistency, and the ability to show people that you genuinely care about their success as much as your own. Millionaires know how to influence others positively because they understand that wealth is built faster when people are aligned and inspired. Communication is the bridge that makes leadership possible. Without communication, vision remains locked inside the mind of the leader, never reaching the hearts of the team. Effective communication is not just about speaking, it is about connecting. It is about listening, understanding, and responding in ways that motivate and empower others. Leaders who make millions are masters of storytelling. They know how to paint a picture of the future so vividly that others can see it, feel it, and want to be a part of it. Another crucial part of leadership and communication is decision-making. In business, difficult choices must be made every day. A strong leader knows how to communicate decisions with clarity and confidence. Even when the news is tough, a good leader presents it in a way that builds trust rather than fear. They are transparent about challenges while also offering hope and solutions. This balance of honesty and optimism is what keeps teams loyal and customers engaged. Leadership also involves the ability to manage conflict. In any business, disagreements and challenges are inevitable. Leaders who lack communication skills may let conflicts destroy unity, but those who excel know how to resolve disputes fairly and keep the team focused on the bigger goal. They do not shy away from hard conversations. Instead, they use communication as a tool to create understanding and build stronger relationships. One often overlooked aspect of leadership is emotional intelligence. A leader who can read emotions, understand people's needs, and respond with empathy is far more effective than one who relies only on logic and authority. Emotional intelligence makes communication more human, and people are far more willing to follow someone who understands them than someone who only instructs them. Millionaires know that people do not just follow ideas. They follow leaders who make them feel valued. Ultimately, leadership and communication are about multiplying impact. When you can lead effectively and communicate powerfully, your ideas spread faster, your team works harder, and your influence expands beyond your immediate circle. This ripple effect is what allows businesses to grow from small beginnings into global enterprises. To build millions, you must become more than just a visionary. You must become a leader who inspires and a communicator who connects. People are the most valuable resource in business, and when you know how to guide them, align them, and motivate them, you unlock a power far greater than money alone. Leadership and communication transform ambition into collective action. And collective action is what creates true wealth. Adaptability and innovation are two of the most vital business skills for anyone who wants to build wealth in today's fast-changing world. No market stays the same forever. No industry is immune to disruption, and no strategy works forever without adjustment. Those who cling to the old ways while the world changes around them are left behind, but those who adapt and innovate rise above the competition and capture opportunities others fail to see. The truth is, millions are made not just by working hard, but by working smart. And smart work requires the ability to adjust quickly and create solutions where none existed before. Adaptability is the skill of staying flexible in the face of change. In business, change is inevitable. Economies shift, customer preferences evolve, and technology advances at lightning speed. What worked yesterday may fail tomorrow, and the only way to survive is to be ready to adjust. Successful entrepreneurs know this. And instead of fearing change, they embrace it. They see change not as a threat, but as a chance to grow. While others panic in uncertainty, adaptable leaders remain calm, shifting their strategies to fit new realities. This ability to pivot quickly often determines who thrives and who disappears when industries are disrupted. Innovation, on the other hand, is the act of creating something new, whether it is a product, a process, or an entirely different way of doing business. Innovation is not reserved for geniuses or inventors. It is available to anyone willing to think differently. It is about asking better questions, challenging assumptions, and daring to step outside the ordinary. Millionaires are often innovators, not because they invented something entirely new, but because they improved what already existed. They find ways to make things faster, easier, cheaper, or more enjoyable for customers. Innovation is about solving problems in ways others have not yet imagined, and those who do this become leaders in their field. The relationship between adaptability and innovation is powerful. Adaptability allows you to survive change, and innovation allows you to lead it. For example, when the digital revolution changed industries like music, film, and retail, those who adapted and embraced online platforms survived, while those who resisted were left behind. At the same time, innovators like streaming services didn't just adapt. They reshaped entire industries and created billions of dollars in wealth. This shows that adaptability protects your business, but innovation propels it forward. Another important aspect of adaptability and innovation is mindset. Many people resist change because it is uncomfortable, and many avoid innovation because it requires risk. But millionaires cultivate a growth mindset. They see change as an opportunity and risk as a necessary step toward progress. They do not fear failure because they understand that every attempt, successful or not, brings lessons that lead to improvement. This mindset is what allows them to keep trying, keep experimenting, and keep evolving until they find the breakthrough that sets them apart. Adaptability also means being open to feedback and willing to learn. Markets often give signals. Customers express their needs. Competitors make moves, and technologies reveal new possibilities. Entrepreneurs who are adaptable listen carefully, learn quickly, and apply insights to refine their approach. They do not cling to ego or pride. They adjust their strategies when evidence shows it is necessary. This humility to change is a strength that ensures long-term survival and growth. Innovation, meanwhile, thrives on creativity and curiosity. Millionaires ask, "What if?" questions constantly. They challenge existing models and push boundaries, always looking for ways to improve. They create cultures in their businesses where employees feel encouraged and encouraged to bring new ideas and experiment without fear. They understand that innovation is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process that keeps their business alive and relevant. Ultimately, adaptability and innovation are not just business skills. They are survival skills in a competitive world. They ensure that you are never stuck, never outdated, and never irrelevant. They keep your business moving forward, always ready for the next opportunity, always ahead of those who resist change. The wealthiest individuals and companies are not those who stay the same, but those who evolve constantly, creating new value in a changing world. To make millions, you must learn to adapt faster than your competitors and innovate better than anyone else. The world rewards those who stay flexible, creative, and forward thinking. Change is not the enemy. It is the secret pathway to growth. Innovation is not a luxury. It is the fuel that powers wealth. Together, adaptability and innovation create a business that not only survives the future, but shapes it. Resilience is the hidden strength behind every great success story, the quiet force that separates those who give up from those who go on to build extraordinary wealth. While vision, strategy, financial literacy, leadership, and innovation are all crucial, none of them matter if you lack the ability to keep going when life throws challenges your way. Business is never a smooth journey. It is filled with setbacks, failures, rejections, and unexpected obstacles. Resilience is the skill that allows entrepreneurs to rise after every fall, to keep their focus when others quit, and to turn difficulties into stepping stones toward millions. Every millionaire has a story of struggle. They faced failures that could have destroyed them, criticism that could have discouraged them, and losses that could have broken their spirit. Yet, what set them apart was not that they avoided failure, but that they refused to be defeated by it. Resilience is not about ignoring pain or pretending setbacks don't hurt. It is about enduring them, learning from them, and continuing forward stronger than before. This ability to bounce back is often the single greatest predictor of success, because no matter how talented or prepared you are, challenges are inevitable. One of the core elements of resilience is mindset. People who lack resilience see failure as an ending. Those who are resilient see it as feedback. Instead of saying, "I failed, so I am not good enough," they say, "I failed, so now I know one more way that doesn't work." This shift in thinking turns setbacks into lessons and disappointment into fuel. With each obstacle, they grow wiser, tougher, and better prepared for the next challenge. This growth mindset transforms failure from a stumbling block into a building block for success. Resilience also requires emotional strength. In business, rejection is common. Whether it is investors saying no, customers leaving, or competitors rising. Without resilience, these moments can crush confidence and lead to giving up too soon. But resilient entrepreneurs manage their emotions. They do not let discouragement define them. They know that success is rarely immediate and that persistence often outlasts talent. By staying emotionally strong, they preserve their energy and continue working with determination even when progress feels slow. Another vital aspect of resilience is adaptability under pressure. Challenges often demand new approaches, and resilient individuals are willing to adjust without losing momentum. If one plan fails, they create another. If one door closes, they look for another to open. This flexibility ensures that setbacks do not lead to dead ends, but rather to redirections toward new opportunities. Many fortunes have been made not from the first attempt, but from the willingness to try again differently after the first, second, or even 10th attempt failed. Resilience is also fueled by purpose. People who give up easily often lack a strong reason to keep going. Millionaires, on the other hand, usually have a powerful sense of purpose driving them. Whether it is a dream, a mission, or a desire to change their lives and the lives of others. This sense of why gives them the strength to endure hardships that would break others. When the vision is clear and the goal is meaningful, no obstacle feels final. Resilience thrives when you are deeply connected to a purpose larger than the immediate pain. Another key to resilience is the ability to build support systems. Even the strongest individuals need encouragement, advice, and community. Resilient entrepreneurs surround themselves with people who uplift them during difficult times, mentors, partners, or supportive peers. They know that resilience does not mean facing challenges alone, but having the wisdom to seek help and draw strength from others. Ultimately, resilience is not about avoiding failure, but mastering the art of recovery. It is about rising one more time than you fall, refusing to let temporary defeat stop you from long-term victory. Every millionaire understands that the road to success is not straight. It twists, turns, and often feels endless. But with resilience, the journey continues until success is reached. To build millions, you must be ready to endure rejection, face setbacks, and overcome failures. You must be willing to stand firm when everything seems uncertain and push forward when quitting feels easier. Resilience ensures that no challenge is strong enough to break your determination. It transforms trials into triumphs and failures into fortune. In the end, the people who succeed are not those who never fall. They are those who always rise again.